Okay, it's Andrew. We're back. He brought the chassis over, which is great, and took one look at the wheels, and I'm a little bit horrified. I'd forgotten that a certain somebody decided to weather their rims, their lovely metal beadlocks, with a Dremel. So, I mean, no way are these going to go on my beautifully painted rig. I mean, they're just, yeah. So, unfortunately, all the bolts are seized on. So the whole thing isn't going to come off. And to be honest, these are nightmares to mount. So I even offered to donate all 6, if it needs be, of my OE wheels that I don't use. They're in grey, unfortunately, so I would have to repaint them. But that's what I'm trying to do here. But he doesn't want to remount them. So I don't know. I'm trying to make the best of these two as I can. So I am trying to mask the rim while it's on the tyre. I'm going to mask them and then we're going to spray them black. The mudguards, I'd kind of forgotten about the big metal mudguards at the back of the truck, but I have those somewhere. Here they are. So I've stripped those of their mud flaps. So I have these ready for, these are going to go back to just plain black, the enamel wash that Terry put on them. So they're going to go back to matte black, and then they'll get lacquered appropriately. So they'll be nice and clean and black and shiny. I'm going to give him all my caps as well. He was adamant he's not going to run caps on these, and I'm like, no, I'll give you mine, and you're going to run them, because this is going to look good this way. It's not going to be let down by some shabby bit of detail at the end. No way. So, onwards. Okay, well, I hope this will do. I've run some of my proper masking tape in between, try to force it down behind the beadlock, and then put the usual kind of decorator's masking tape over the tyre itself. Let's hope this works. Okay, so we have got some nice smooth black mudguards, which is pretty cool. I have got black under pod things to go under the cab, and these are visible, as Terry pointed out yesterday. These will be visible, so they needed blacking out as well. In terms of wheels, yes, they've been done now, so they still look a bit grim, because basically the dremeling has taken not only the paint off that was originally on the hubs, but also taking some of the metal off as well. So they're still a bit tatty and manky, but they're much better than they were. So they've had 2 coats of enamel, so they'll, look at that, goodness me. So they'll get gloss lacquered, because the other 4 wheels are gloss black, although they're a little bit dusty, and but they start as gloss black, so that's what these will go back to. And the hubs, which I almost forgot to do tonight, let's get these into the light for you. So these are my hubs, which I will donate for now anyway, and they've had a couple of coats of black enamel also. Okay, so last job of the night. I'm not going to start, it's gone 10 now, so I'm not going to start messing on with gluing windscreens in. That's really not a job for 10 o'clock at night. So we have a light bar. Alright, so this is Terry's favourite, that he's had a couple of these now. They are super cheap on eBay, staggeringly bright, far too bright I think. I mean, you can't look at the truck when it's coming towards you, but nothing but the brightest will do for Mr. Vincent. So yeah, we have a light bar on. Through the existing holes and mountings, obviously from the previous one, and glued into the roof like so, and then through that little hole into the electronic bay here where the servo plug resides. So I've took the plug off the cable to get it through the little hole here and in there, and then I've put the plug back on. I did in one of my previous videos explain how you get a servo plug off if you've not done it before, but I'm not going to do it again, but just to show you. There's your servo plug with the 2 or 3 prongs. Oh, Terry's messaging now. And you take your knife blade, and you don't do this one-handed. Okay, Terry, go away. Yes, I know you like your light bar. Every time I video, he starts buzzing away. You take your little plug and you slip your knife under the little black tabs. There, you see, so you slip under there, prise it up slightly, and then you can pull the wire out. Okay, so each one, they're just little security clips, and then you can take your plug off, and then you get the whole cable through much narrower holes. So that's all I've done there. Yeah, so a decent job. I'm not convinced it's actually on straight, but I've used the holes that were there, so you know, don't blame me if it's not straight. It isn't straight, is it? Oh, man. Anyhow, mustn't let my OCD kick off. But anyway, nice and shiny new one on a nice and shiny black roof. Yeah, all good in the hood. Okay, it's Friday morning and it's windscreen time. I didn't do them last night because I was too tired, getting too late. So, what I'm doing for the first one is I'm just taking my PVA glue on a cocktail stick. So the wood glue application, I'm filming with my left hand now, so this could be also a little bit messy. So just so you can see how it goes on, if you've not used it before. You know, it goes on, look, I mean, what more could you want from your glue, okay? It just isn't the strongest, okay? It's not the strongest thing, it's not really what it's meant for. So you can't obviously glue major parts together, but this isn't a load bearing, and fortunately the wood glue is also flexible, so, you know, it's a kind of very hardy, it goes like a rubbery kind of. So it does have some flex to it, so it won't snap the first time the cab twists a little bit. You know, first time Terry rolls it. So yes, so it's kind of, and it dries clear and it's water soluble. So that's why it would be referred to as canopy glue a lot, because you don't have to tidy it all up with such 100% diligence that you might do any other form of glue, and it does take a while to go off as well, so you can move things around a little bit, reposition, and generally let's swap hands now. We'll left-handed into here, left-handed, and I'm going to lie that onto the super glue up in the top corner there, find the edge, there it is, oh, cobblers, there it is, and drop it on, wriggle it about a little bit just before the super glue sets. Get it straight, because the worst thing will be getting it on there and it's setting and then turning the cab over and finding you've got a gap because you haven't got it sitting in the frame properly, and you've managed to, oh, you just missed this one side altogether with the perspex. That would be a shambles. Alright, so that's that one on. Let me just get my trusty cotton bud a little bit. And we'll just do a little bit of tidying up while we can. It's much easier cleaning the wood glue when it's wet, obviously, but even when it's dry you can re-soak it, and it starts to dissolve, so it starts to be workable. So I can see a little gap in there, can you? Which I'll come back and fill. So what I'll do, as I start plugging wood glue all over this now on the inside, I've still got the protective sheet on, so if I'm not careful I'll glue the sheet on, which would be a bit of a schoolboy error. So yeah, now it's just patience. Let me get my rings. And trust. Okay, so patience and trust. Hi everyone, back after work, and it's time to have a little look at this. We're going to see if the windscreen has taken. This is following on from this morning when I glued it in and put the wheel rims on. So yeah, let's get stuck in. I thought we'd do it this way around instead, just for a change. So I'm going to put this down. Let's see how that's going to work. Yeah, so now I'm going to take my rusty old beadlock innards out, and this is where I pick the truck cab up, and we will see whether it's glued in or not. if the windscreens fall out, the glue hasn't taken. Well, hey, so far so good. Right, let's put it down there. Now I'm being a bit ginger with this because a bit careful with it. Don't want to wreck it. And as soon as I start recording, you can hear it buzzing because Terry's popped up. We haven't spoken for about 3 hours. I mean, I thought we got divorced or something. But as soon as I start recording, bzzzt, he's on. Right, so look at this now. Doesn't this look good? Let's just swing this round. It's easier to move the camera than to move the phone rather than the truck. So, yes. Shall we test them? Not seeing any give. So what I'm going to do is I'll peel the back layers off now, and then I'm going to go around them and glue them back in with some more glue. I'm going to put some wood glue around the front to seal the window seals in, and then I will put some around the back as well. So kind of like a double layer. But I will take the liner off because obviously you don't really want to glue the liner on by mistake. Try some. Okay. So there we go. We have windows. You can see the reflection. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Look at that. Boom.